So the way the devil, you ever hear people say that the devil, the way the devil gets his power is by convincing you he doesn't exist. How many of you ever heard that? Anybody ever heard your pastor say that before? That the devil, what he does is the devil doesn't want you fighting him. He wants you to put up no resistance because the devil wants you to think that he's your friend. He wants you to think that an asset is, or that a liability is an asset. He wants you to think that down is actually up. He wants you to think that bad is actually good. And because not only then will you not only then can they conquer you, but in addition to that, you'll put up no barrier to that negative thing because you don't see it as a negative thing. And even worse is that you will also play a role in your own self-destruction. Do you understand? Like you literally, do you understand the three levels? There's three layers to this, right? If somebody wants to break into my house, the worst way for them to break into my house is to say, I'm going to break into your house and I'm going to steal everything you got. And then, because then they'd have to fight me. I'd call the police. I'd have my gun out. I'd be ready. I'd have my defenses up. So a better way for them to break into my house might be, let's say, for them to come by when I'm not home, and then I'll put up no resistance, or they rob you when you're asleep, right? When you're unconscious, that's when they'll come take your stuff. That's a better way. But the best way is if they're slick enough, and this is how the devil works. This is why the devil's in the details. The devil will sneak up and like literally convince you to not just let him into the house, but you'll be helping him carry the stuff. You'll be helping him carry the furniture. You'll be like, okay, here, let me show you where the expensive jewelry is, right? So the devil doesn't just, and this is what I think this is what racism does to black folks. I really believe this. I believe that what's so slick about it is that not only do we not put up the opposition, but we actually will participate in our own self-destruction. We will jam along and bop our heads along to the very music that's designed to put your 18-year-old son in prison, that's designed to get your other son murdered, that's designed to get your daughter on drugs, that's designed to literally heighten every toxic behavior that a person can have. How sinister is it that you have a whole music industry built on creating black drug addiction? Right? Like literally that's glorifying the drug dealer and the drug addict, making your children aspire to become drug addicts, which is the lowest level of society you could ever have. So I would just say in general, going back to the Iverson thing, I think what makes me sad about Iverson is that he was a great man. If you saw Allen Iverson as a basketball player, this man was fun. If you're a basketball fan, you would know how phenomenal this man was. I mean, he was as short as Mickey Mouse, but this guy did things that were just absolutely superhuman. I'm completely convinced that if he were as tall as Michael Jordan, he would have been as good as Michael Jordan. I really believe that he had the same, heart, same everything, right? But unfortunately, the culture is what I think got him, right? Culture, 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 culture. That's why in my book, The 10 Commandments of Black Economic Power, I write so much about culture because you understand wealth, the growing of wealth is a culture. The protection of wealth is a culture. So imagine if Allen Iverson had grown up in a different culture. Imagine if he grew up in a culture where he had, and remember, from as a child, he didn't. I don't think he had a father around. He probably had father figures, coaches that saw his talent and saw that, but I don't think he really had that father that was right there on his butt saying, "Why are you doing that? That's stupid. You shouldn't be doing that." Right? So Iverson, maybe what can happen with some of these guys, they can become men too early.